to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
Kamau-Imani, RagingElementsRadio.com, the rebellious voice of Texas Liberty. Yes.
Apostle Claver T. Kamau-Imani on RagingElementsRadio.com.
Hey, what's up, saints and patriots? Apostle Claver T. Kamau-Imani, RagingElementsRadio.com, the rebellious voice of Texas Liberty. Yes. It's a thank you, Jesus. It's Friday. Friday. I love the girls. I love the girls. I love me some girls from Texas. I love me some Gloria the Zealot Cox. I love me some Holly Tough Cookie Feeler. And it's great to have the Zealot back behind the microphone.
I didn't have enough time.
We're dealing with some family issues. Our prayers are still with the Cox family. We love us some, the Zealot. We love us some Zealot. You know, they were talking about little Georgie P.P. Bush. And I didn't have enough time. They started talking about little Georgie P.P. I certainly was inspired to go back to the convention of 2018, the state Texas GOP convention, when he was basically treated extremely appropriately. The Bush family may consider their little Georgie P.P. to have been treated rudely, but I think based on what he is attempting to do,
I didn't have enough time to chop up
as far as the I'm not going to say holy shrine, but it's pretty close. The Alamo, what are you trying to do to the Alamo?
Because the delegates of the Texas GOP convention 2018 in the Alamo City, it was
deserved. It was absolutely totally deserved. I didn't have enough time to chop up the video. Maybe I'll have a little more time for Monday or Tuesday to chop up that video with little Georgie P.P. Because the delegates of the Texas GOP convention 2018 in the Alamo City, they were not happy. They were not happy with little Georgie P.P. Then he makes his little quip.
Is low energy. This guy is pathetic.
I won, didn't I? Didn't I win? I won, didn't I? Oh, he's such a goofball. Oh my goodness, he's awful. He's
even George
if you think
Bush,
Jeb exclamation point
was a better public speaker,
his dada
little
is low energy. This guy is pathetic. Little Georgie P.P. He's pathetic.
Free walking on the stage, no podium. Oh.
Even George W. Bush, George Bush the Younger, was a better public speaker than little Georgie P.P. And I don't know what they try to do with these politicians when they have them, you know, sort of free walking on the stage, no podium. Oh,
and little Georgie P.P. is awful.
They look like somebody who's trying to model and never been to modeling school. Don't know what to do with their hands. They look stiff. They can't look at the audience in their eyes. They have to speak extemporaneously. They don't have a teleprompter. Oh,
and then he gives this.
And little Georgie P.P. is awful. George P. Bush, Texas Land Commissioner, the Floridian.
Did not win.
What is a Floridian doing in statewide office in Texas?
I'm
anyhow,
the Texas accent, and I really don't think
he's awful.
I think it's straight up Floridian.
And then he gives this goofy smirk, this smug smirk.
Did not win. Where is this guy from?
Did not win.
Who is this guy?
Did not win. Oh, first of all, I'm putting in the Texas. I'm accentuating the Texas accent, and I really don't think he has one. I think it's straight up Floridian. That is not a West Texas or even a Dallas accent. Where is this guy from? Who is this guy? He's little Georgie P.P.
Only a little snippet. I don't want to play his whole boring speech.
And he's desecrating the Alamo. That's who he is. That's what he is.
Speaking on stage.
Great program by the Zealot. Great program by the Tough Cookie. And let's see if I get a chance, because it's only a little snippet. I don't want to play his whole boring speech. I mean, little Georgie P.P. speaking on stage could put Sominex or the latest sleeping pill Ambien out of business. Literally out of business. Just DVD a George P. Bush speech And when you want to go to bed, you're having a hard time sleeping, just throw that puppy in there. Throw a George P. Bush DVD in. Knocked out, counting sheep in a matter of milliseconds. I mean,
during the GOP primary in 2018, they have no name ID, no money. When this guy announced Little Georgie PP back in 2014,
and he wants higher office, $2 million, and it really is a shame that good guys like his opposition.
And these other guys, who are they?
During the GOP primary in 2018, they have no name ID, no money. When this guy announced Little Georgie PP back in 2014, at the moment he announced, he deposited $2 million into his statewide campaign coffers.
Being in politics and running for office.
And these other guys, who are they? Who are you? Never heard of you.
That's your starting point. People have to know who you are. And you're running for statewide
My uncle,
office,
former 3-term mayor of Arlington, Texas, taught me something very profound when it comes to being in politics and running for office. Name ID is just about everything. That's your starting point. People have to know who you are. And you're running for statewide office, and they don't know you outside of your precinct. You ain't going to go very far, especially if you don't have any money. You got some money, you can potentially get out there and get your name out there. And that's why Little Georgie PP is going to be there for another 4 years, which is just awful. He's desecrating the Alamo. George P. Bush is desecrating the Alamo, period. That's what's going on over there. We shouldn't even be having these battles with the Alamo. George P. Bush is desecrating the Alamo. That's all you need to know.
When it comes to Texas as an entity,
the indignity of what he's trying to do to the Alamo, the indignity of it.
None whatsoever. Dude,
it's sacrilege. It's utter sacrilege.
UNESCO wants to give it to UNESCO.
When it comes to Texas as an entity.
With Alice Linehan on yesterday.
What Little Georgie PP is trying to do right now. I got no respect for this guy. None whatsoever.
The Paris Climate Change
You're selling out the Alamo. UNESCO wants to give it to UNESCO. Didn't we just have a conversation with Alice Linehan on yesterday about the new education accord, the equivalent of the Paris Climate Change Accord? That Donald Trump pulled us out of, and everybody, Paris Climate Accord, pull us out, it's a rip. And then Betsy DeVos goes down to Argentina. When they threw out their female president for corruption.
The whole thing. The global curriculum for your children. UNESCO.
And she signs
UNESCO. And Little Georgie PP
basically
wants to put the Alamo
a Paris Climate Accord agreement for education.
Little Georgie PP. He's desecrating the Alamo.
And who's controlling the whole thing? The global curriculum for your children. Rhyme. UNESCO. And Little Georgie PP wants to put the Alamo into the hands of UNESCO. Little Georgie PP. He's desecrating the Alamo.
Something like that. That should be
some like little nursery rhyme.
GOP convention.
Little Georgie PP. He's desecrating the Alamo. He's selling out the Alamo. Little Georgie PP. He's selling out the Alamo. Something like that. That should be the chant at the next GOP convention in 2020. Little Georgie PP, he's desecrating the Alamo. Little Georgie PP, he's desecrating the Alamo. That'll be the chant. That'll be the chant. They have all those fancy PowerPoint presentations and video presentations, productions before each speaker comes on. The delegates should make up their own.
What is Little Georgie PP?
Little Georgie PP, he's desecrating the Alamo. Little Georgie PP, he's selling out the Alamo.
Please tell me. And then when you hear the reports that the
tough cookie straight up turkey, Floridian, statewide office. What is Little Georgie PP?
Basically just stripped everything.
How does he have any attachment to the Alamo at all? Please tell me. And then when you hear the reports that the tough cookie and that the zealot are giving,
like ISIS raiding
this guy basically just stripped everything from the daughters of Texas.
Smashing them. I don't know what he's doing.
Raided their headquarters, took all the artifacts.
Now,
who is this guy? I mean, he's raiding the daughters of Texas like
Little Georgie. Well,
like ISIS raiding a Christian, ancient Christian temple, just taking out all the artifacts. I guess he's just smashing them. I don't know what he's doing.
Tina Moody Bryan is
he's a
be
Floridian,
here,
you know.
And I know what she's going to
Little
talk
Georgie
about today.
PP. Well, on today's program, Angela, the box that rocks, is going to be here. The TMB, the TNT. Tina Moody Bryan is going to be here, which means you.
There's no question about that. But when she told me about
and I know what she's going to talk about today.
These leftist women.
I'm gonna rate it PG-13. I'm gonna rate it PG-13. I'm not gonna go with the R rating today. It is racy. There's no question about that.
All over the place.
And when she told me about it, I literally hit the floor laughing. Because these leftist women, they really need therapy. They need some sort of group medication or group hypnosis or something to get them back into normal behavior. Oh, pucazoids all over the place. Freakazoids all over the place. Leftist women.
What's up,
it's going to be a great program. I got stuff for you to learn as well. If you're not listening, you're not learning. I just had to rant for a little bit. I had to kind of call an audible right there for my opening monologue because I was just so fired up. I really was about little Georgie PP. I was.
For many Texans, there is a deep yearning of burning.
What's up, Saints and Patriots? I'm Apostle Claver, a proud Texas nationalist, and I'm here to tell you about Texas. For 25 years, Daniel Miller has been working to see the rebirth of the Republic of Texas. His work has been hard, but his passion is deep. For many Texans, there is a deep yearning, a burning to see the prophecy of Sam Houston come true. But the desire of their hearts comes with many questions. Texas has the answer. It's the new book from Daniel Miller and Defiance Press. Texas, why and how Texas will leave the Union. Texas charts the path to Texas independence. This riveting book of facts and philosophy will soothe your anxiety about the coming change and build your confidence that Texans can get it done. You'll want to buy several copies for your family and friends. Like I've said about this governmental mess, the only way out is out. And the best part of Texas, I'm in it. Texas, why and how Texas will leave the Union. It's selling like hotcakes. Buy it on RagingElePhantsRadio.com. Texas Specialties is in a little town of 1,000, Three Rivers, Texas. Texas Specialties is a small family business in a town where treating people right is a way of life. The Stubbs families, Texas Specialties, started out doing high-quality t-shirts for Texas music scene bands at affordable prices. Everything, the design, the artwork, the printing, accepting minimum orders, even selling t-shirts for the bands online. And now they bring that experience to you anywhere in Texas. Texas Specialties can do the same for any small business, for teachers, for schools, dance classes, athletic teams, clubs, and anyone needing good quality screen printing at an affordable price. The Stubbs family loves to work with ideas and the people who have them. Your experience with Texas Specialties will be excellent. Anything less just will not do. Call 361-784-2052. 361-784-2052. Click Texas Specialties. Ad on RagingElePhantsRadio.com. The happiest happy hour on the H-Town West Side. Introducing the Texas Tea Tavern. Texas Tea. The longest happy hour. 12 noon to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $3.75 domestic drafts. $8 domestic pitchers. $4 wells. $5 grapies for the ladies. Texas Tea. Texas Tea is the West Side after-work chill-out place. They have this massive door that opens up to a relaxed lawn and patio. Day or night, this time of year, it's marvelous for sipping in convo. Texas Tea. Video poker tournaments all through the week. Tuesday, Texas Trivia. Wednesday, Bring Your Ex. It's open jam night. Live music every Saturday night on a huge stage. Karaoke Sunday nights. Texas Tea. Mudbugs could be boiling in the outdoor kitchen. If you're hungry, the classy food cart on the newly paved parking lot serves $3 tacos that are big as your head. Texas Tea. A safe place for ladies to venture solo. Open every night until 2 a.m. Texas Tea. Easy to find. 1535 Brickmore, a stone's throw from City Center. You may see me there. Get more info. Click the ad on RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
Can you do it? The RER 2+2 Challenge. Howdy, rowdy Texans. It's me, E, the millennial voice of RER. I'm a big fan of RagingElePhantsRadio.com. More Texas voters should be listening to RER every day. A better, deeper knowledge of how Texas works will help Texas voters to make Texas more like Texas. The RER 2+2 Challenge. Challenge. Listen to RER 2 hours a day, every day for 2 weeks. You'll learn more about Texas politics in 2 weeks than you've ever known. Mark it on your daily calendar. Set your phone alarm. The RER 2+2 Challenge. 2 hours a day, every day for 2 weeks. RagingElePhantsRadio.com. The rebellious voice of Texas liberty.
Angela, the box that rocks. Thanks for joining me via video.
Find Raging Elephants Radio on Twitter at RE Radio Texas.
On this program today, Tina, Moody, and Brian, the hot ticket, and the box that rocks. The Foxy one, the irrepressible one, Angela, the box that rocks. Thanks for joining me via video, RER Video YouTube channel. The easiest way to find us, RagingElePhantsRadio.com. In the right column to scroll down, you'll see the YouTube box, and you'll see the little Live Now bug.
Big gala tonight. Gotta go to Texas.
You can even watch while you're still on the Raging Elephants Radio site tonight, or click the arrow and go to the YouTube channel. Either way. I got on my Texans gear and I got on my Astros lid today.
I'd have to put on a suit daily. Maybe one of these days.
Big gala tonight. Got to go to Texas Right to Life's gala tonight.
That would mean I have come
which means I have to put on a suit.
Doing the program naked when I wasn't doing.
I don't know. I used to like loving putting on suits. Like I didn't care if I had to put on a suit daily. I guess if the job required it, I'd have to put on a suit daily. Maybe one of these days I'll do the program with the suit on. Maybe.
Do the program because
that would mean I have come a long way from doing the program naked when I wasn't doing video.
It was utter audience tyranny. That's what it
was. Without brushing my teeth, I guess. Or brushing my hair.
I was invited
now,
on
I have to go through makeup before I do the program because video live streaming was just demanded upon me. It was utter audience tyranny. That's what it was.
I was excited about it. I considered it an audition.
Speaking of video, last Friday,
really do need,
I was invited to be on the Isaiah Factor on the local Fox 26 news channel here in Houston.
Black Texan African male at their
disposal. It was my premiere. I was excited about it. I considered it an audition,
especially with cute communication
because they really do need,
little Georgie PP.
You know, an ultra-conservative Black Texan African male at their disposal, because there's not a whole lot of them around. And especially with cute communication skills better than little Georgie PP.
Isaiah Carey over at Fox 26.
So
need somebody to talk about.
They call it
this.
And I got to thank Briscoe Kane, State Representative Briscoe Kane out of the Clear Lake area. So he texts us, he sends me a text. Hey, Claver, Isaiah Carey over at Fox 26 needs somebody to talk about this. And he sent over the link to the article and everything.
Live television. Live.
I said, yeah. I was supposed to go to a homecoming football game last week. And all of a sudden they call, I had to cancel the homecoming football game. And
Briscoe's one that set me up with
had to be there for 10 o'clock. The program is at 10:30. Live television. Live TV. So I guess the live video streaming kind of gives me good training, I guess.
Liberty-driven state representative under the pink dome.
And Briscoe is one that set me up with that. So thanks, Briscoe. He's a pretty cool dude. Freedom Caucus member. In fact, graded the most conservative, as a freshman, the most conservative, the most liberty-driven state representative under the pink dome.
Uncensored.
Yeah, he dethroned the big stick. He dethroned Matt Rinaldi.
This is why
Briscoe Kane.
On the RER video,
so he's the one who hooked me up with Isaiah
right now,
Isaiah Carey
to play the video of my appearance on Fox
Isaiah Factor Uncensored. And weird lighting in there, as you're about to see, because I'm going to play you the video. See, this is why you need to be watching on the RER video YouTube channel right now, because I'm fixing to play the video of my appearance on Fox 26 last Friday. And if you're not watching, you're going to miss it. You get the audio, but you're not going to see me like... I was the best dressed on the stage, so says Tina.
For white students...
Frankly, I would need Tina to tell me that based on the other millennials on the stage and their dungarees and Birkenstocks.
At the University of Maryland.
And the subject matter was safe spaces for white students at the University of Maryland, College Park, Maryland. safe spaces for white students at the University of Maryland, College Park.
My appearance.
Although it's Fox 26 here in Houston, they got to go with the national stuff. If you want to stay with Texas, you're going to have to rely on RER, your Texas network.
Some background noise here. Let me get rid of that.
So
all right, here it goes.
Talking about the University of Maryland. The University of Maryland is under fire tonight for something that makes it appear David Duke is Dean of Student Activities. The school, after public and student backlash, took down flyers for a counseling program called, get this, Safe Space for White Students. It was part of a new group on campus also named Wide Awake. Who are these morons? That's the question. Who's running this school? The website for the program read this before it was changed. This group offers a safe space for white students to explore their experiences, questions, reactions, feelings. I am not done yet. It also said members will support and share feedback with each other as they learn more about themselves and how they fit into a diverse world. The flyer asked if white people ever feel uncomfortable and confused in their interactions with racial ethnic minorities. Unbelievable. And that is a look at the flyer there. Joining me to talk about this is University of Houston College student Michael Anderson, Jacqueline Ovale from Houston Baptist University, Apostle Claver Kamau-Imani from Raging Elephants Radio, and conservative comedian Gavin Babineau. We want to welcome you guys to the Factor Uncensored. Do I need to get in the light? No, I can't just be sitting in the dark. How about, is that better?
All right.
Well, we'll work it out. We want to thank you guys. Michael, first of all, when you heard about this, tell us what you thought about this program at the University of Maryland.
So I was pretty shocked myself. I work in many different organizations throughout the community of Houston, at the University of Houston, and throughout the whole community. And there's many liberal and libertarian groups out there that are trying to bridge the gap in our country by talking about these issues, by utilizing free speech and open dialogue to really discuss these issues. So I was quite shocked that the university actually did this, and not a student group.
Right. Jacqueline, your thoughts on it?
I thought it was kind of ridiculous that we have to create some sort of safe space where actually what we need to be doing is promoting more dialogue and actually not being too safe, but if anything, pushing it so that we can really explore the racial tensions that we experience in this country. And I don't think there needs to be a safe space for it necessarily, but if anything, a place where we can freely express everything with the negative and the positive consequences.
Let's bring Gavin into this. Gavin Babineau, your thoughts on this?
You know, I thought it was hilarious. The fact that you've got people on the West Coast, UCLA, black schools doing the exact same thing, nobody cares. All of a sudden, kids on the East Coast do, and now we've got a story.
And let me explain to the viewers, he's a conservative, so that's why he's taking that point of view. Right? But go ahead.
Yeah. So I thought it was interesting. It almost seems like these kids are trying to whitewash themselves because they're that guilty of being white. It makes no sense to me. You know, if you feel a certain way, feel it. You go to college for a specific reason. You're supposed to be learning to get along with people, learn to experience the world, but instead you're resegregating yourselves.
All right, let's bring Apostle in on this. Your thoughts?
I feel sorry for I have sympathy for the little white snowflakes. I think they need the safe space where they can freely express their racism, which apparently they were wired towards when they came out of the birth canal. They were supposed to be grand wizards of the Klan. Since white people are the problem in the universe, everything bad in the universe, they feel inferior. They need a safe space to be able to truly be white supremacist, I suppose. What the article actually said is that it's some sort of research initiative, and then when the heat came on them, Isaiah, they said they were going to change it to anti-racism, which proves my point, that just because they are melanin challenged, that somehow they are naturally supposed to be white supremacist and racist, and the University of Maryland is going to straighten them out, I suppose.
And obviously, we know that's not the case.
No, it's not the case at all. Everybody just be yourself. Don't let anybody dictate what your actions are, and you'll be just fine. Nothing is wrong with you because you're white. You're just fine.
All right. And Michael, what should the university do to address this issue? Obviously, they've taken the website down. They've changed the name of the counseling group. They've done what they think they should. Should they do more?
I think if the university wants to do more, the thing that they should do is open it up to the students. I don't think it's really the university's place. I think it's the students to come together and have these conversations. So if they want to, I think reach out to the student organizations, reach out to various political organizations, people that disagree on things, and try to solve those issues. And ultimately leave it to the students so that way they can start talking about this, rather than trying to intervene and almost re-educate people.
Jacqueline, can you believe the school would even take this kind of step to create a program and allow it? It's like no one looked at the website and said, wait, that may be wrong.
Oh, I definitely believe that the university was totally capable of doing this, because a lot of what universities do is they'll put in these programs thinking that it'll help everyone, but what they forget is that the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. They forget about the repercussions about implementing something like this, and they don't really look at the fact that they don't need to create some sort of safe space. If anything, they should be doing like what Michael said, incorporating the students and actually asking students to participate in something rather than creating something for the students. Let the students take the power. If the white student feels like they can't talk about their racism or racial diversity or even ask questions, then why create this space? They need to talk with students. The students need to feel like they have the power of the conversation, not the university.
All right, Apostle, what about the point that Gavin made earlier about what could be seen as a double standard, like you have the Black Students Union at different universities?
Oh, absolutely.
You have African American studies. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with them 100%. It is a double standard. You're still talking about race. I think a lot of the issues that African Americans faced in previous generations, years and decades, have been eliminated. I think Americans have done a lot of hard work to eliminate those problems. I think more than any other time in American history, racial harmony is as good as it's ever been, regardless of who's in the White House or who previously was in the White House. Compared to how I grew up in Beaumont, Texas back in the 60s and the 70s, hey, right now, racial relations are pretty good. And these white students, regardless of where they are, they need to understand that they are not the pariah of society, that they don't need to be at the bottom of the totem pole, and they need to insist that there be equality, how they're treated, as well as how Black students and Hispanic students are treated.
And Gavin, I'll give you the last word.
Okay, look, we should all be able to live together, prosper together, talk together. You don't have to separate yourselves. You guys all came to school to learn from each other, talk to each other. You know, hey, drink some beer if you have to. That'll, loosen it up somehow. But we all bleed the same color. We're all people here. Okay, let's just all get along. How about that?
I hit the wrong button. Well, that's yours truly, Saints and Patriots, on Fox 26. The point that I really want to make is simply there's a lot of bigotry, prejudice, and it's not coming from white people. If you're prejudging someone, that's called prejudice. It's called bigotry. And just because someone is Caucasian, just because they are white, that doesn't mean that automatically that they have some streak of racism or white supremacy in them. And if you're not Caucasian, if you're a person of color and you believe that, straighten out your thinking. Until there is evidence that something is wrong with you, nothing is wrong with you.
RER Cross is the Christian programming of RagingElephantsRadio.com. Pastor Edwin Guerra delivers passionate sermons.
And then I'm reminded, God is greater than our feelings. There are times that you don't want to be Jesus to people because you just don't feel worthy. God is greater than how we feel. And that is our hope. We are called to be the hands and feet of Jesus. We are not called to be emotional, up and down, Christianese type of people. We are called to be bold and stand firm on what we believe, even if you don't feel like it.
Enjoy Pastor Edwin Guerra, 8:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. Sundays on RER Cross, right here on RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
Hey, this is Barry the Music Man with the Doc Green Show, and one of their most beloved sponsors is BDAC and Heat. I'll tell you what, last summer when it was hotter than heck, my air conditioner went south for the winter. So I called BDAC and Heat. He came out the next day and put in a new, quiet, efficient system. My electric bill dropped 50%. So if you have an AC problem, you need to give Galen a call. So call Galen Beatty at 281-222-9591 or bdacandheat.com. 281-222-9591. Start saving money and be cool today.
Listen up, Texans. RER Nation has got to grow. We've got to have those RER app downloads. Android devices. Here's how to share the RER app. Get to your application manager through Settings, tap the RER app logo. There's your Google Play, right? Scroll down. See the share icon? Hit it. Choose text or messenger. Pick a couple of Texas Patriots. Give a testimony in 160 characters. Send. iOS device folks, do the equivalent through the App Store. Let's get it viral. RER app.
Hartman, the power of proven results.
One of the premier property management companies in Texas, providing below market rates with above market amenities and service. Hartman has owned and operated commercial office properties since 1983, offering premium office space at an affordable price by saving businesses a significant amount of money by keeping taxes, utilities, and maintenance low. With over 30 years in commercial leasing in Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas, we have learned exactly what our customers require.
Hartman, the power of proven results.
Managed on Christian principles with a strong dedication to community benevolence. Whether you need 1,000 or 10,000 square foot of office space, Hartman has that space in one of nearly 50 Texas locations.
Hartman, the power of proven results.
Energy efficient buildings, customer-friendly experts, supporters of conservative causes. A Texas-owned and operated business for 30 years. A proud corporate sponsor of RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
Hartman, the power of proven results.
Visit Hartman online, hi-REIT.com. Call 800-880-2212 or click the ad on RagingElePhantsRadio.com. Hey, this is Claver. I want to take a few seconds to give you some words of encouragement. Go after the dream. Some of you have embraced the dream of having your own talk show. Congratulations. You've got a lot to say, and you have the confidence to believe you can do a great job. You should start on RagingElePhantsRadio.com. Purchasing your own block time is cheap. Yeah, a lot cheaper than your local terrestrial station for sure. And we don't leave you to sink or swim. Consultation on how to get up and running is part of our service to you as an RER independent producer. Shoot me an email, info@RagingElePhantsRadio.com. info@RagingElePhantsRadio.com. I'll send you a full media kit. Launch that dream right now with RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
You're enjoying Apostle Claver T. Kamau-Imani on RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
Just having fun talking Texas Liberty 411. It's going to be real fun when Angela gets on here. Angela Box, Raging Elephants Radio contributor. And, of course, when the TNT, the TMB, the hot ticket from Longview, Texas, Tina Moody Bryan comes on. And she's texting me during the program, which is a complete and utter distraction because she's out of control, especially on the subject matter that we're going to be discussing today. I think Tina had her happy pills today. If it's freakazoid material, if it's out of Bizarro world, Tina gets really hyped for her segment on Fridays here at Raging Elephants Radio. Frankly, I need me some Tina on Fridays. She loosens things up, but she keeps it real. Here's something real. Hey, congratulations, Republicans of Texas. Senatorial District 19, Pete Flores, Republican, beats the jackass, Pete Gallegos, by 6 points. 53-47 Republicans have not held that seat for 139 years. Special election to fill the seat of disgraced Democrat Senator, former Democrat Senator Carlos Uresti. Uresti is the one that when the Phoenix Foundation videotapes came out of the 2015 legislative session, Uresti was the one where little senorita, little hot mamacita, went traipsing into the women's restroom, and she just went sashaying on in there. And then a few seconds afterwards, Carlos Uresti entered the women's restroom under the Pink Dome, in the catacombs underneath the Pink Dome. And then Phoenix Foundation slices the video up a little bit, little time lapse there, and the little senorita, the mamacita, she comes sashaying out of the women's restroom, and it must be stated she had a smile on her face. And a few seconds later, former state senator, now clothed in an orange jumpsuit, Carlos Uresti, he just comes out of the women's restroom. He was almost jiggy with it. He was so happy. It was a grin, all right. With saliva coming out of the corners of his mouth is what was going on. Well, he's wearing jailhouse jewelry now. So there was a special election to fill his seat. And Pete Flores, the Republican, he won the race. Fabulous. Beautiful. Texas Right to Life had a lot to do with that. Put a lot of cash to that race, a lot of effort, a lot of human equity into that race, sweat equity into that race. Congratulations to Jim and Elizabeth, the entire team at Texas Right to Life. They put a lot on the line when they back these candidates. And they go all in. All chips in, everything on the table. Texas Right to Life, the only legitimate statewide pro-life organization in Texas. But here's the question that I posed on yesterday, and I'm going to ask it again today. Fantastic, Pete. We love you, baby. Until you start voting. How is Pete going to be when he starts voting? When he's sworn into office? Second week of January 2019. Well, no, actually he's going to be sworn in before that. Special election. Got to fill the seat of the jailbird, Carlos Uresti, that is so, sexually potent that he has to have women in women's restrooms. My goodness, that's disgusting. That's utterly disgusting. That's just disgusting. But that would be a Democrat for you. The question I have, is he going to be a Hispanic rhino? Because that's the trend when it comes to Republicans. For all the effort that the Texas GOP and the RNC put into recruiting Hispanics to be on the ballot and to harvest Hispanic votes, the fact of the matter is that when a Hispanic is on the ballot for the GOP, and if they are victorious, they turn out to be utter disappointments. They turn out to be plutocrats here in Texas and utter rhinos. They're worthless. For all the tamale dinners that the Texas GOP throws out there, I mean, how many Hispanic conservatives do you know, beyond Ted Cruz, that are in office? Now, here's the record. The last time the largest level of Hispanic office holders under the Pink Dome, Republican Hispanic office holders under the Pink Dome, came in the 2015 session. That's when they had 5 Hispanics, Republicans, under the Pink Dome. It was the last time. I don't think they've ever had that many Hispanic Republicans under the Pink Dome in any capacity. And they're all rhinos. Based on what? Their Raging Elephants Radio Liberty Scorecard average. J.M. Lozano out of the Corpus Christi area. In the 2015 session, at the high water mark of Hispanics, Republican Hispanics, being under the Pink Dome, J.M. Lozano, the former Democrat, was scoring a 45. Larry Gonzalez, thank you, Jesus, his last session was 2017. He's gone from Williamson County. His RER Liberty scorecard was a 57 out of a possible 100. Jason Attack Chihuahua Villalba, now gone, thanks to Lisa Luby Ryan's defeat of the Attack Chihuahua in the 2018 primary. And what was his score? 55. And Joe Strauss's Attack Chihuahua on top of that. Rick Galindo, one session and gone, one and done. And when he was there for the one session, he scored a 49. So even his rhinocerousness didn't save his seat. Gilbert Pena, one and done. What was his score for his one session in 2015? A 47. The average score for a Republican Hispanic is 50.6 out of a possible 100. Hispanic rhinos. So we can celebrate the election of another person of color to the Pink Dome, but the question becomes, are they going to be liberty driven? Or are they going to be plutocratic? Are they going to be utterly rhinoceros? Are they going to be just as bad as Sarah Kill All Baby Texans Davis? Based on these scores right here, thank you. Hey, Pete, congratulations, Pete Flores. Congratulations that there's going to be a Republican Hispanic in the Texas Senate. But what is his scores going to be? Is he going to be voting more with the jackasses than he is with Bob Hall or Don Huffines or Connie Burton? Is he going to be voting with them? Even Paul Betancourt. If he's voting with Paul Betancourt most of the time, that's cool. Let's see what he does as far as, is he going to be voting with Pat Fallon? We don't care what your skin color is. Are you liberty-driven? Texas first.
What's up, Saints and Patriots? I'm Apostle Claver, a proud Texas nationalist, and I'm here to tell you about Texit. For 25 years, Daniel Miller has been working to see the rebirth of the Republic of Texas. His work has been hard, but his passion is deep. For many Texans, there is a deep yearning, a burning to see the prophecy of Sam Houston come true. But the desire of their hearts comes with many questions. Texit has the answer. It's the new book from Daniel Miller and Defiance Press. Texit, Why and How Texas Will Leave the Union. Texit charts the path to Texas independence. This riveting book of facts and philosophy will soothe your anxiety about the coming change and build your confidence that Texans can get it done. You'll want to buy several copies for your family and friends. Like I've said about this governmental mess, the only way out is out. And the best part of Texit, I'm in it. Texit, Why and How Texas Will Leave the Union. It's selling like hotcakes. Buy it on RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
Hey, Barry the Music Man here for Tejas Smoke Depot. They have everything you need when it comes to smoke. Check out the 150 square foot walk-in humidor filled with a huge selection of fine cigars. Or give them a call at 830-990-1472 and order up what you want. Maybe you like to roll your own. They have it. Maybe you need a gift for a smoker in the family. How about a new pipe? They have a large selection, even a cross-section of great beers in stock. In a hurry, come by and use the drive-thru. Located at 1639 West Highway 290 in Fredericksburg, Texas. Out of town? Visit them at the website, TejasSmokeDepot.com, or call 830-990-1472. That's 830-990-1472. It's smoking.
RER Cross is the Christian programming of RagingElePhantsRadio.com. Here's a sample from Pastor Keenan Smith.
See, however, though, I believe the White House is supposed to stand as the people's house for all individuals. So I believe it is sinful and wrong for the White House to spend tens of hundreds of thousands of your tax dollars to bathe the White House in rainbow colors, celebrating their victory. So let me say this. that we expect an unregenerated individual to act lost. Lost people act lost. We expect that. We even expect them to embrace or promote or even applaud homosexuality and other ungodly practices because that's where they are in life. We understand that. The question is not do they act lost, but do we act found?
Enjoy Pastor Keenan Smith, 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Sundays on RER Cross, right here on RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
The battle for liberty rages in every Texas community, none more so than in the nation's fourth largest city, Houston, Texas. A tyrannical mayor denies the right to vote to the citizens of the city, signs executive orders that violate the Texas Constitution and the charter of the city, and issues subpoenas for the sermons of pastors. And when the frontline leaders against the mayor's totalitarian agenda wanted a broadcast partner for their Faith, Family, and Freedom Tour, who did they request? RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
There are a lot of great folks that we owe a big debt of gratitude for promoting this issue from day one. I want to recognize my friend Claver and the folks over at Raging Elephants over here. He was on it from day one. Every single week this man talks about this issue. And so thank you, Claver, for never giving in, never backing down, and continuing to be that loud conservative voice.
RagingElePhantsRadio.com, the rebellious voice of Texas liberty.
Get to know Texas politics. RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
Oh yeah, we've got to talk Kavanaugh, but I'm going to wait until the irrepressible one, the box that rocks, comes on. That's going to be later on, so don't cut the stream. And then Tina, her subject matter today, it's just beyond the pale. It's getting to the point where I just can't put anything past Tina. However, today's segment, I'm going to give it a PG-13 rating. There have been those segments of Tina's in the past that were worthy of an R rating, no question about it. I'm giving today's a PG-13. I may have to call an audible and have her give and play her rant from one of her vehicles, which she's famous for, one of her videos, Facebook videos. She's ranting on Kavanaugh and Professor Ford from Palo Alto University, right outside of San Fran Freak Show. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Let's talk Texas politics, however. 2/3 majority. Thanks, Pete. Pete Flores wins Senatorial District 19. This gives the Texas GOP Senate a super majority. And if things stay status quo in the Texas House, it'll be a 95-45 majority Republicans in the Texas House. And as we know, there will not be a single Democrat that will win statewide office in the 2018 midterm elections, not in Texas. Total Republican hegemony in the state of Texas. Total. And there's a few, Democrats sprinkled here and there, especially in the urban areas, and on courts of appeals and things like that. But generally, it's total Republican hegemony in the state of Texas. So we expect some things to get done. We expect the lying to stop when it comes to the defunding of Planned Parenthood in Texas. Can't do very much about what's going on in Washington, Double City, and the tax dollars that are sent there by us being used for the continuation of genocide. Here in Texas, and what goes on in the Pink Dome in the governor's mansion, we do have some say over that. And they need to stop lying about the defunding of Planned Parenthood and get it done. In fact, the legislative priority, what the platform calls for, is the complete abolition, the ending of the genocide, the abortion industry here in the Lone Star State. That's what every Republican platform that I know of calls for. That is Republican orthodoxy. Abolish abortion. And with Republican hegemony here in the Lone Star State, you would think that they would be able to get it done. And with a supposed friendly judiciary now for the national government, the opposition to the abolition of abortion in Texas should be tepid. What else should they get done? How about the repeal and prohibition of property taxes? I think it was Amy Hedke, citizen journalist extraordinaire, that was live streaming a Texas Senate interim committee hearing on property taxes, one of the top issues for Texas citizens and voters. And here they are arguing over the numbers. Should there be a cap, 1%, blah, 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 blah. It's all a bunch of noise because the Texas GOP platform calls for the elimination and prohibition of the property tax in Texas so that we may have private property. Total Republican hegemony. The order from Republicans, the electorate, the bosses, is that you are supposed to get rid of property taxes in Texas. Greg Abbott, you are to get rid of it. Dan Patrick, the Texas Senate, whoever becomes the Texas Speaker of the House and the House of Representatives, your order is to get rid of property taxes. There is also an order for constitutional carry in the Lone Star State. It's been there now for 3 platforms, I do believe. I think back in the 2014 platform, it was actually the only legislative priority, constitutional carry. Total Republican hegemony in the Lone Star State, Republican rule in the Lone Star State, and by wide margins. A supermajority now in the Texas Senate. What shall be the excuse for not granting the order of the people? What will be the excuse for legislative and executive branch insubordination this time if we don't get, they don't pass, the governor doesn't sign constitutional carry? Supermajority now in the Texas Senate. No arguments about the blocker bill. A near supermajority in the Texas House. At one point in 2011, that one session, it was a legit 2/3 supermajority with 101 Republican state representatives. And that session was a big nothing burger. We got nothing out of that session. Some of these nimnongs, like Dan Patrick and others, made a big stink about the DREAM Act. Made a big stink about it. Will it finally be repealed since they now have a supermajority in the Texas Senate and Dan Patrick ran on it? Do we have to mention the border invasion? Do we have to? Where currently your Texas government is spending $1.8 billion on border security with a budget well over $200 billion. That's on the books. I'm not talking about the money off the books that's been siphoned away from the rainy day fund. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the expenditures on the books. 0.5% of total government expenditures to stop the border invasion. Okay, now we've got total Republican hegemony. There ain't supposed to be any Democrats in charge, except when Dan Patrick gives them power by giving them committee chairmanships. And of course, the 1/3 of the committee chairmanships that it was routine for Joe Straus, obligatory, almost mandatory, that Joe Straus gave those 1/3 committee chairmanships to Democrats. They don't have any power. Democrats aren't supposed to have any power. The people of Texas have utterly rejected the Democratic Party. They've rejected, they rebuked the Democratic Party agenda. They don't want to have anything to do with the Democratic Party platform. Yet, we can't get anything done on the Republican Party platform. Supermajority now, no excuse, Danny Boy Patrick. Supermajority now, Greg Abbott, in the Texas Senate, the senior chamber, the upper chamber. And if things stay status quo, in which they should, if not get better, there's going to be a minimum of 95 Republican seats and a new Texas speaker for the 2019 session. We need to keep a score on what gets passed in the platform. We need to keep a score. on what needs to get passed, on what gets passed from the platform. Because I can think session after session when Joe Strauss had the speaker gavel, when it comes to what was actually manifested as ordered from the Texas GOP platform, after each session, you couldn't count it on one hand. A completely, totally different agenda. The plutocracy and the Pink Dome and the governor's mansion versus what the people say is the priority through the Texas GOP platform. Completely, if it wasn't so rough, it would be toilet tissue. Just shred it. As soon as it's codified by the delegates of a Texas GOP convention, immediately put it into the shredder. Hold them accountable, saints and patriots. Don't let them be insubordinate, which is happening way too often. Raging Elephants Radio.
RER Cross is the Christian programming of RagingElephantsRadio.com. Here's a sample from Pastor Keenan Smith.
See, however, though, I believe the White House is supposed to stand as the people's house for all individuals. So I believe it is sinful and wrong for the White House to spend tens of hundreds of thousands of your tax dollars to bathe the White House in rainbow colors, celebrating their victory. So let me say this, that we expect an unregenerated individual to act lost. Lost people act lost. We expect that. We even expect them to embrace or promote or even applaud homosexuality and other ungodly practices because that's where they are in life. We understand that. The question is not do they act lost, but do we act found?
Enjoy Pastor Keenan Smith, 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Sundays on RER Cross, right here on RagingElephantsRadio.com.
Maintaining your home air conditioner is just as important as maintenance on your car. You don't know the big difference there's going to be until you've had the work done. I thought my system was working fine, but now it's better than ever. Galen Beatty did it for me, and he'll do it for you. Good servicing will not only keep your system performing well during the sweltering summers here in Houston, but it will save you money year after year. In my case, it cut my AC power consumption by 20%. Do what I did. Have Galen Beatty set up regular AC maintenance to cut your energy bill and prevent system failure at the worst time. And what's better than being comfortable and saving money? Whether you need a basic tune-up or it's time to put in a new super efficient system, you should call Beatty AC 281-222-9591. That's 281-222-9591 to schedule an AC system tune-up. Beatty AC and Heat. That's B-E-E-D-E ACandHeat.com. BeattyACandHeat.com.
Wow.
Automobile
Did y'all see that senator from Hawaii,
to my mechanic, an ASC certified mechanic, Andre at America's Repair in Houston.
Said?
Now, you guys know I'm a former, fully sponsored race car driver, and I own a high-performance auto.
Shut up
that I'm particular about who even touches my car. I go to America's Repair to get all my auto work done, and you should too. Andre has served Spring Branch and all of Houston for over 20 years. America's Repair will match you any competitor's price. All repairs come with a 1-year, 12,000-mile warranty.
Just shut up and stand up. Can you imagine the kind of backlash that there would be? I mean, we all know what's going on here. We all know that it's just a whole political thing trying to stop the Kavanaugh confirmation. And, you know, I'd kind of like to ask Ms. Mason a question. Where is your outrage over Keith Ellison? Where is your outrage over the accusations that have been said against him?
On RagingElephantsRadio.com.
Do you care about his accusers?
Yes, I'd like to be on a commercial.
Right now.
What will you be advertising? GoDaddy.com. Oh my gosh. It's a website where you can register .com names for only $7.95 a year.
And what exactly will you be doing on this commercial?
I could do a routine where I went like this.
Oh. Surely by now you must realize that you're upsetting the committee.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset the committee.
May I suggest a turtleneck?
Visit GoDaddy.com to the RER Marketplace.
Here's how to use the RER app on your commute and get the latest.
Liberty.
Did y'all see that
411.
Senator
First, download the
from
RER
Hawaii,
app on your
Maisie
smart
Hirono?
device,
Did
phone
y'all
or
see
tablet,
her
Apple
last
or
night and what
Android.
she said?
Search Raging
She actually
Elephants
said,
Radio in your
"Men
App Store or Google
just
Play and
shut
click the
up
search button on your
and
keyboard.
stand up."
Connect your device to your
I mean,
car audio
I
system.
really
Do it
couldn't
via
believe what I
Bluetooth
heard.
or auxiliary
Can
jack.
you imagine
Riding old school,
if
stick in
a
some
male
quality
senator
earbuds and enjoy
got
the
up
serious
and made a
HD
comment
stereo. No excuses. It's here. RER app.
Information, communication, action. RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I'm getting wild and loose up in here. I gotta do it. I gotta break the rules a little bit. I'm calling an audible. I gotta play Tina. I know Tina's coming on later, but I gotta play Tina's video. If you're not watching on the RER video YouTube channel, you're just gonna miss it. Because you're gonna miss it when she jerks her sunglasses off. When she's like really serious. When she's just about had it. When she wants to do it like for emphasis. I went ahead and downloaded her video, and I'm gonna play it. And if you hurry up, RagingElePhantsRadio.com, and you get to the website and you scroll down in the right column, you'll see our YouTube box right there. And I'm fixing to play Tina's video. It's hilarious. So it's like Tina's my co-host today, sort of. Tina Moody Bryan out of Longview, Texas, the butcher shop, the TNT, the hot ticket, doing her thing when it comes to this whole Kavanaugh fiasco. Hit it, Tina.
Wow. Just wow. Did y'all see that senator from Hawaii, Maisie Hirono? Did y'all see her last night and what she said? She actually said, "Men, just shut up and stand up."
That's what she said.
I mean, I really couldn't believe what I heard. Can you imagine if a male senator got up and made a comment telling women to just shut up and stand up? Can you imagine the kind of backlash that there would be?
I felt that sometimes.
We all know what's going on here. We all know that it's just a whole political thing trying to stop the Kavanaugh confirmation. And, you know, I'd kind of like to ask Miss Maisie a question. Where is your outrage over Keith Ellison? Where is your outrage over the accusations that have been said against him? Do you care about his accuser? You know, and he's sitting there right now. It amazes me the hypocrisy that is going on by the left. They have totally become unhinged at everything that they're doing. I really couldn't believe what I heard last night. I don't know. It just amazes me at how crazy these women truly are. Crazy. Here they are. They are trying to destroy a man. And here's the thing with these allegations from 37 whatever years ago. She can't remember this. She can't remember that. Now she doesn't want to go in front of the committee and have a hearing, and they want to get the FBI involved. I mean, my God, do they have no shame whatsoever?
None, Tina.
As they're trying to destroy a man that has a character far above anybody that's sitting in currently sitting in Congress or anywhere, quite frankly. And it amazes me at the hypocrisy that's going on. I'm going to tell you what, Maisie and the rest of you women that think like she does,
listen close.
You're killing stories that are really true about women that have really suffered at the hands of true sexual harassment, rape, and anything else. You're messing it all up and you're hurting women all over, but you don't care. You really honestly don't care. All you care about is your stinking power. And this kind of stuff has to stop right now. I mean, everybody can see what's going on except and the Democrat men. Did you see them stand up chirping behind her, you know, agreeing with everything? What's wrong with you Democrat men? Really? I mean, y'all need to get some of that, all those supplements that they sell that has the high levels of testosterone. you need a whole case of that, and you need to hand it out to all the Democrat men out there. I don't get it. You stand around acting like I don't know one Democrat man, honestly, that has balls for nothing. No, I mean they're just walked all over, and they just follow, just like little puppies, just follow the women around, agreeing with everything they say. It's pathetic. You men out there need to stand up and say something and stop this kind of garbage that's going on, you Democrat men. I don't know. Conservative men and conservative women are strong in their opinions. They're not afraid, or a lot of them anyway, are not afraid to stand up for what is right. And it's comical to me. So, and on a personal note, Maisie and the rest of you women like that, I'm going to give it to you straight. No chaser, as Claver says. You're hurting women. You're hurting the women that you say that you care about with these false allegations and the way that you're going about things. And I'm going to tell you what, y'all are all excited about this blue wave that's going to take place in the midterms.
She didn't jerk your
I'm going to tell you what I
off.
think about that.
Oh, Lord.
This blue wave, there's going to be there's a larger wave in my dog's water bowl than what y'all are going to have at midterms. I'm asking all of my conservative friends out there, liberty-driven men and women, stand up. Midterms, show up. Go out there and vote, because we've got to stop these crazy people. They are destroying lives all over the place at any cost, and they don't care. It is all about power. So the midterms are coming up. Let's not get complacent. Let's go out there and do what we need to do to make sure that no more of these crazy people, especially these crazy liberal women who hate men. I don't get it. Well, maybe I do get it. Maybe if some of you liberal women would act more like a woman, dress nice, put on a little makeup, maybe a pair of stiletto heels, put on a nice dress, make yourselves more attractive, and quit being so nasty. Maybe you'd get a date or, get married or something, and you wouldn't have so much hate in your heart for men. It is not. All of the evils in this world are not because of men. It's insane. I can't help it if you can't get a date. I can't help it if you can't get married. But what I can help is getting out and voting to make sure that none of you have any more power. Let's keep making America great again. Go Trump 2020. Goodbye.
Ah, Tina! Oh, it's on like a pot of neck bones now. And you got more Tina coming up later. It's a thank you, Jesus. It's Friday. Just having fun talking Texas Liberty 411.
Maintaining your home air conditioner is just as important as maintenance on your car. You don't know the big difference there's going to be until you've had the work done. I thought my system was working fine, but now it's better than ever. Galen Beatty did it for me, and he'll do it for you. Good servicing will not only keep your system performing well during the sweltering summers here in Houston, but it will save you money year after year. In my case, it cut my AC power consumption by 20%. Do what I did. Have Galen Beatty set up regular AC maintenance to cut your energy bill and prevent system failure at the worst time. And what's better than being comfortable and saving money? Whether you need a basic tune-up or it's time to put in a new super efficient system, you should call Beatty AC 281-222-9591. That's 281-222-9591 to schedule an AC system tune-up. Beatty AC and Heat. That's B-E-E-D-E AC and Heat.com. BeattyACandHeat.com.
Automobile aficionado, Apostle Claver here. Let me introduce you to my mechanic, an ASC certified mechanic, Andre at America's Repair in Houston. Now, you guys know I'm a former fully sponsored race car driver, and I own a high-performance auto. You bet I'm particular about who even touches my car. I go to America's Repair to get all my auto work done, and you should too. Andre has served Spring Branch and all of Houston for over 20 years. America's Repair will match or beat any competitor's price. All repairs come with a 1-year, 12,000-mile warranty. America's Repair is a complete car care and repair center. State inspection, muffler and exhaust work, wheel alignment, brake work, tune-ups, engine transmission work, auto body and paint. Great deals on oil change and AC checkup. America's Repair accepts all extended warranties. 2005 North Gessner, 1 mile north of Memorial City Mall in Katy. Wednesday is senior citizen discounts. Thursday, active military discount. Call 713-467-2001. 713-467-2001. AmericasRepair.com. Or click the ad on RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
TV and radio are great mediums for mass instruction, but for those times when you just want to hold something in your hands, there is the Damn Good Times. I still love the newspaper, but I'm tired of the liberal bias. That's why I reach for the Damn Good Times. Always full of interesting stories and great information, and you can have it delivered to your doorstep by calling 281-332-5710 or sending an email to news@thedamngoodtimes.com. Just $50 a year will get a full subscription. It's a great gift for all the patriots you know. Do it now.
When Andrew Jackson ran for president in 1828, his opponents called him a jackass. Jackson liked the image so much, it became the mascot of the new Democratic Party.
Green Air Technology will sanitize, sterilize, and defunkifies your home. Our treatment utilizes a high-output biocleaner to eradicate bacteria, germs, and airborne pathogens and allergens in any home, vehicle, or facility. So if your facility or home smells funky like a bow-legged monkey, call Green Air Technologies. We are dedicated to eliminating odor and airborne contaminants at home, at work, or even in your vehicle. Now featuring Biosphere. Call Jim Green at 346-254-9217 or go to greenairtech.com. 346-254-9217 or go to greenairtech.com.
What do you care about Washington, D.C.? D.C. doesn't care about you. You're a Texan. You're a Texan above all else. And there's only one radio station that's going to feed your need for Texas power and independence. RagingElePhantsRadio.com. Finally, the Patriots of the Lone Star State have a unified voice to fight back and organize. 24/7, 365. RagingElePhantsRadio.com is going to give you what you need to know about Texas politics, liberty, and independence. Take us wherever you go. RagingElePhantsRadio.com. Streaming on your computer, smartphone, tablet, and internet auto.
Numbers equal power. Spread the word about RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
All right, so I'm continually watching the snail mailbox because Chip Darby, who you can hear Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. right here on Raging Elephants Radio, independent producer, Chip Darby out of the Golden Triangle. I'm watching my snail mailbox every day because Chip is supposed to be sending over goo gobs of Renaissance Festival tickets. And when he does, my promise is I will be liberal in my distribution of them. Only through the Raging Elephants Radio app, however. So if you have not downloaded the RER app and you are a Renaissance Festival fanatic, you better get that done. Because I'm going to have a goo gob. No, I believe Chip. It's going to be a goo gobs of tickets, and I'm going to give them away, but only through the Raging Elephants Radio app. Now, he said, tickets are in the mail. I guess it's sort of like check in the mail. But as soon as they get into my former model quality hands here, I'm going to give them out as quickly as I can. I'm going to scrape mine off the top first and let everybody know that. I'm going to scrape off 2 or 4 right off the top. And then I'll give the rest of y'all, full disclosure. She's one of my favorite people on the entire planet. She's crazy as a fox. She's Angela Box, the irrepressible one. Hey, Box, what's going on?
Hello. You do not have to worry about giving me a free ticket to the Renaissance Fair. Let me just state that for the record.
You don't want any Renaissance Fair tickets, Box?
No.
I've never been.
If that floats your boat, knock it. Live and let live. That's my philosophy. But no, thank you. No, thank you.
Everybody
Anyway.
else who wants Renaissance Festival tickets, please download the Raging Elephants Radio app, regardless of what the irrepressible one says. Ugh.
Yes. I just don't have the right. I don't have the right wench costuming to wear. I'm afraid.
Really? Oh, really? Okay, wait a minute.
Maybe I could. I tell you, but maybe I could go talk to Christine Blasey Ford and look at her old yearbook because it seems that the girls of Holden Arms certainly had some wench costumes that they bandied about with the boys of Georgetown Prep.
I have Angela in costume right now on the RER video YouTube channel, which you can find at RagingElePhantsRadio.com. It is not a winch uniform, but it is Angela with her handcuffs and police uniform on.
Yes. Halloween last year, I traded my cowgirl Barbie for one day to be the sexy cop. There you go.
The sexy cop. There you go. Black Lives Matter, Angela.
Yes. Black Lives Matter.
So let's get to this Kavanaugh thing. Let's quit messing around because I know you're fired up.
Oh my God.
This one woman can level an accusation, an unsubstantiated, unprovable accusation, an allegation. It can't be proven. It is impossible to prove this, right? Denials from whomever she has said was present at the time she was allegedly groped. It wasn't rape. And this woman now controls the United States Senate, or at least the Judiciary Committee. She utterly controls that hayseed from Iowa, that senile hayseed, Charles Gresham.
Oh.
Okay.
I think, look, I have a lot to say on this.
Go.
A lot. First of all, when I was in college, and my friends know this, who know me back then, there was a boy I had this big crush on in high school, right? We had a drunken, makeout session that he tried to take further, and I said, stop, and you know what he did? He stopped. And that is basically what she's alleging that happened with Kavanaugh, okay? So they made out, and then he wanted more, and she said stop, and he stopped. That is not that does not an assault make, even if that happened. Number one. Number two, the woman was plug ugly, okay?
Angela, where'd you get that from?
Huh?
Was that from journalistic reports that you got that?
I mean, that's she's saying that there was an attempted assault. There wasn't an assault. There was an attempted assault. All that we know so far is from Dianne Feinstein's letter that she won't release to Grassley or any Republicans. That's odd.
Nobody has seen the letter. That's what gets
Nobody's seen it.
Nobody has seen the letter except Democrats or those within Dianne Feinstein's office. That's what gets me. We don't even know what the letter says. Right. We haven't even seen the letter, Angela.
We have no idea. All we know is that it's an attempted assault, and she was so traumatized she didn't bring it up for 36 years. Okay? So number one. Number two, she is a left-wing activist hack. And, other than, if it was a Republican, their motivations would be obviously brought out. But see, this is the difference between Democrats and Republicans. And this is a clear difference between our mentality and theirs. We do not do things like this because we realize that these people have families, they have lives, they have reputations. And unless it's something that is real and true and verifiable, like, for example, the things what happened to Juanita Broderick, Paula Jones, Kathleen Willey, among others, let's say Mary Jo Kopechne, among others, we don't try and destroy people's lives. That is a huge difference between conservatives and liberals. Liberals don't care. They will destroy anybody as long as it gets them the power they want. And let's make it very clear. The only reason this is coming out is because Brett Kavanaugh is going to be an Alito or a Thomas, and we know that. So that is the reason they're trying to destroy this man. But his poor family is being wrapped up in this. And I don't know if you saw this, Claver, but about 75 women, 75 out of the 200 and growing on that letter that signed support for Kavanaugh, who've known him for decades, they had a YouTube, there's a video I just posted on Twitter and Facebook about the women who've known Brett Kavanaugh held a press conference. And I mean, try not to cry. I got so emotional, especially with the last woman talking, a lady from Texas who's known Kavanaugh and his wife for 2 decades. And she just said, this is just wrong. This is wrong to destroy someone's family to destroy someone's life and character when literally not one single person can say that they've ever seen Brett Kavanaugh act like this, ever. Now, on the other hand, the Holden Arms yearbooks, which I made a reference to that earlier, TeaParty.org just released a bombshell. This guy got a hold of her old yearbooks. You know, Christine's out there scrubbing her social media, but someone got a hold of these yearbooks finally, and it shows that these little sluts, at Holden Arms were out there in their yearbooks talking about the parties, the screwing, the everything that was going on underneath the faculty's nose and their parents' nose. These little brats out there bragging about their conquest and how much partying they did. And this is around the time Christine Blasey Ford said she was almost assaulted by Brett Kavanaugh, which he said he wasn't there. The witnesses she says were there weren't there. She doesn't remember the year. She doesn't remember the house. She doesn't remember what happened. And we're supposed to take this woman seriously? A woman who wears pussy hats and talks about how much she hates Trump and how she's going to do everything to stop the Trump agenda. We're supposed to take this shrew seriously? I don't think so.
There's a couple of points, though, and a couple of points that I got to keep you going because you're on a roll. There's a couple of points that I want to make that you just made. Number one, did you just happen to were you watching Trump's speech last night? Because at some point, I think it was during Laura Ingraham's.
Yes, I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to.
Joe DeGeneva, the legendary lawyer out of D.C., he's on with Laura. And he dropped the bombshell. Apparently, this Dr. Ford has been making the rounds, pun intended, with PGA golf players. And DeGeneva's like, first people you should be subpoenaing to testify in front of the judiciary community. If she wants additional witnesses, start calling the golfers. They got some stories to tell. Uh-oh.
Well, I didn't hear that, but, I mean, the golfers must just put a bag over her head and call it a day, I'm assuming. Because
Angela, that's awful. That's awful, Angela.
Sorry.
Everybody can't be foxy-boxy. That's awful. You're objectifying a woman, Angela.
I know. Listen. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, you're
this is war.
You don't care because you're foxy-boxy and they wear Birkenstocks. So, I mean...
Be that as it may. Look, here's what the left doesn't understand what they're dealing with now. Because Donald Trump, because we have always been this fired up. Conservatives have always been this fired up. And the Republicans who are, nasal gazing and wondering if they should, make her testify later. And okay, whenever you want, Christine, I don't want you to get your feelings hurt. They need to understand something. We didn't vote for them. We voted for Trump because Trump is an ass kicker. He fights back. And conservatives, for the first time, we have a leader, and we're not afraid to push back. Now, people like you and me and activists, we've always pushed back. But now the average person who maybe before wasn't comfortable putting his or her neck out there is like, you know what? I'm standing up. I'm fighting back. I'm pushing back against this because this is a clear political witch hunt. And that word gets bandied around, but it's true. There is not one single person except this unfortunate leftist shrew who has said one thing that would even remotely sound the same that she has said. Not one. And that's remarkable because I can damn sure tell you the people I know in my life are not saints, neither am I, and I'm sure there's plenty of people who could say, God knows what about me, so I wouldn't put myself up to be Supreme Court nominee, but Brett Kavanaugh can because he's exemplary, and that is the point. He is exemplary, and not one single person but this woman has said a negative thing about this man.
Right,
so it's obvious, and it's disgusting.
All right, Angela, I have a strategy that I want you either thumbs up or thumbs down on. I want your input on this. That whenever she shows up to testify, if she shows up, or at least when Judge Kavanaugh shows up, this ought to be the optics. This should be the tactic. Only the women... all the women that signed that letter in support of him, all the women you speak about that this new video is out there, come marching in behind Kavanaugh when he walks in the Judicial Committee room. It could be 100 women, all the men on the team, all the men on the White House team, John Kyle, his Sherpa through the U.S. Senate, and the Judiciary Committee, they should give up their seats, and all women just that support him, know his true character, that say, well, in the last 36 years, he's never acted that way, should sit there and just throw daggers at Kamala Harris and Hazy Hirano and
she's a joke.
And Dianne Feinstein. And okay, you're going to go after this guy? All of you leftist, socialist, feminist women, like Tina says, who can't get a date or a decent man for a husband. Let's have it. You're going to besmirch this man. You're going to ruin this man's family. He ought to walk in there with his wife. He ought to walk in there with his daughters. He ought to walk in there with his little girl's basketball team. It's time for them to grow up and know what real life is all about, and have those leftist, Democrat, pro-women, so-called women besmirch this man with 100 women sitting behind him. And I have another tactic I want to throw by you. What do you think about that?
I think it's fantastic. I don't know if it's being bandied about, but damn sure it would be great. And this is, I got off on a little bit of a tangent, but here's the deal about why we're in a different era now. Not just because of social media, not because the left has become, they're out of the closet. They are more vile, vicious, determined, demonic than ever. Okay, we know this. But here's what they don't count on, is that conservatives, for the first time, we're not taking their crap anymore. We are pushing back. And even with the onslaught of Google changing algorithms and censoring conservatives on social media, even with the drumbeat of the anti-Trump stuff every single day, the BS of the Trump Russia, this crap, conservatives are fighting back because we realize this is war. This is war, and we're not going to concede anymore. And it sure would be nice if the Republicans in the Senate and in the House would provide support to this president who puts his neck on the line every day. And the people who stand behind him are the American people. That's why he hasn't lost support of us. If he had caved on Kavanaugh, if he had caved on a number of other things, we'd be like, nope. Now, is he perfect? No. But the point is that he's putting his neck on the line. He has stood by this nominee. He's like, hey, come on and testify, honey. We'll come to you. We'll come to Palo Alto. Maybe we'll clear your classroom because, you know, we have a lot of students that evidently think you suck and think you're a horrible professor and think that you're a psycho leftist. But maybe we'll clear your classroom and we'll come interview you wherever you'd like to be, honey. Wherever, sweetheart. But she won't do it. And the thing that also makes me think she's full of crap is that she's asking to testify second. And that she doesn't want he can't be in the room, he can't listen to anything. It is a setup, it is a witch hunt, and there is no presumption of innocence. And this Me Too movement that has made babies out of women and victims out of every woman, and that every man is a predator, it is disgusting, and it's gone too far. And it's time to push back, and push back hard. And so everyone needs to call Capitol Hill today. Post it on my Facebook, post it on my Twitter. I've got the Judiciary Republicans listed there. People like Cruz and Lee, we don't need to worry about. But there are some people on there you better call. Now, so far, Flake and Corker have stood firm, which, thank God.
No.
Trump, but they're standing firm on this.
No. Flake has been acting flaky. Flake has been acting flaky. All right?
That's,
but here's the
that's
other thing.
Unfortunate.
Speaking of Flake, and speaking of Judiciary Committee, I want to ask you about this. So the women on the left and the Democrats, you know, the eunuchs over there like Durbin and Coons and Blumenthal.
White House.
Yeah, White House. They say that, and the women say that these old white men, these old white Republicans can't question her. I mean, you can't. You're an old white guy, you know, Joy Behar. These old white men, how dare they question her? Okay, so apparently they don't have the right as duly elected U.S. senators to question this woman in the Judiciary Committee. Okay, fine. When it's their turn to ask the questions, they should say, thank you for showing up, Professor. Dr. Ford, thank you. Mr. Chairman, I yield back my time. Don't ask her any questions. It would drive the Democrats crazy. Until Ted Cruz, who is not an old white man, comes along, he can question. And then the senators can say, I yield my time to Senator Cruz. Since apparently in the U.S. United States of America, if you're an old white guy, there's some rights that you don't have anymore. You can't question a sworn-in witness to a committee that I've been duly elected to serve on. So only you women can question her. Go right ahead. Only you women, go right ahead. Let's see what happens. She'll cut her own throat. She will hang herself. The Democrats will do so. And I bet Blumenthal, old white guy, will be asking questions. White House, old white guy, I bet he'll be asking questions. Durbin, Kuhn, I bet they'll be asking questions. But oh no, if you're an old white guy, Republican, you better not even say boo to this woman, Angela.
I mean, this is the farce of it all. And what I find troubling, not just troubling, it's frightening, how Orwellian the left has become. That they claim to be the party, again, of tolerance, of diversity, and all this crap. But if you're white and you're a guy, I mean, you are the devil. That is blanket racism, blanket discrimination, and it's shocking.
It's prejudice and bigotry. It's prejudice and bigotry. That's what it is.
It's disgusting.
And
it's what it is.
That's where it is fermented. It's on the left and in the Democratic Party. I mean, everything they do is counter to what they stand for. They're guilty of everything that they accuse their opposition of being guilty of.
That's why I say it's Orwellian. It's
classic fraud. It's classic Freudian projection. What's wrong with you, you say is wrong with somebody else. It's your problem. It's not ours. They're awful, Angela. Yes. They're awful. Go ahead.
They're awful, and I have this one foil on my Facebook. I keep him there for foil's purpose. And, you know, I said to him the other day, he's just so disgusting. And I said, you know, you're getting really hard to stomach. And he was like, I'm so shocked you would say that. I thought we were friends. I'm like, you're not my friend. I keep you on here for a reason. You make my points for me. You look like a freaking idiot, like a leftist psychotic. That's why I keep you on here. And they don't understand that, you know, they want to say we don't want conservatives as friends. Guess what? We can say that too. We can say that too. And I'll tell you what else, Claver. I want a divorce from these people. I want us to carve it out. And if we have to do, like you said, have Texas, grab Oklahoma, grab a few more, be the free states of America, be the Republic of Texas, and they can all go to hell. I want a divorce from these people. There is nothing in common that we have with them anymore. Nothing.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
I'm going to have to play that as a bumper music. Oh, happy day. Angela is seeing the light that the only way out is out. That may be the only way. That may be the only way to get.
That might be the only way out. Yep.
The only way out may be out. That's it, Angela. Angela, you're awesome. I got to get Tina in here. I'm so happy that you were able to carve out some time because you have been busy tutoring and then doing your work as a political consultant as well. But your commentary, your thoughts, your opinions are always welcome. When you're not here, we absolutely miss you. We love your passion. We love your fire. We love your intellect. And only when you disagree with me are you wrong.
Right. Love you too. Talk to you soon.
Angela, the box that rocks. Angela is awesome. That's why she's a Raging Elephants radio contributor. But then we got, as cleanup hitter for the entire week, knocks it out of the park every time, the hot chicken. Don't cut the stream.
Green Air technology will sanitize, sterilize, and defunkifies your home. Our treatment utilizes a high-output biocleaner to eradicate bacteria, germs, and airborne pathogens and allergens in any home, vehicle, or facility. So if your facility or home smells funky like a bow-legged monkey, call Green Air Technologies. We are dedicated to eliminating odor and airborne contaminants at home, at work, or even in your vehicle. Now featuring Biosphere. Call Jim Green at 346-254-9217 or go to greenairtech.com. 346-254-9217 or go to greenairtech.com.
Hartman, the power of proven results.
One of the premier property management companies in Texas, providing below-market rates with above-market amenities and service. Hartman has owned and operated commercial office properties since 1983, offering premium office space at an affordable price by saving businesses a significant amount of money by keeping taxes, utilities, and maintenance low. With over 30 years in commercial leasing in Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas, we have learned exactly what our customers require.
Hartman, the power of proven results.
Managed on Christian principles with a strong dedication to community benevolence. Whether you need 1,000 or 10,000 square foot of office space, Hartman has that space in one of nearly 50 Texas locations.
Hartman, the power of proven results.
Energy-efficient buildings, customer-friendly experts, supporters of conservative causes. A Texas-owned and operated business for 30 years. A proud corporate sponsor of RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
Hartman, the power of proven results.
Visit Hartman online, hi-REIT.com. Call 800-880-2212 or click the ad on RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
Hey, Barry the Music Man here for Tejas Smoke Depot. They have everything you need when it comes to smoke. Check out the 150 square foot walk-in humidor filled with a huge selection of fine cigars, or give them a call at 830-990-1472 and order up what you want. Maybe you like to roll your own. They have it. Maybe you need a gift for a smoker in the family. How about a new pipe? They have a large selection, even a cross-section of great beers in stock. In a hurry, come by and use the drive-thru. Located at 1639 West Highway 290 in Fredericksburg, Texas. Out of town? Visit them at the website, TejasSmokeDepot.com, or call 830-990-1472. That's 830-990-1472. It's smoking.
Can you do it? The RER 2+2 Challenge. Howdy, Rowdy Texans. It's me, E, the millennial voice of RER. I'm a big fan of RagingElePhantsRadio.com. More Texas voters should be listening to RER every day. A better, deeper knowledge of how Texas works will help Texas voters to make Texas more like Texas. The RER 2+2 Challenge. Listen to RER 2 hours a day, every day, for 2 weeks. You'll learn more about Texas politics in 2 weeks than you've ever known. Mark it on your daily calendar. Set your phone alarm. The RER 2+2 Challenge. 2 hours a day, every day, for 2 weeks. RagingElePhantsRadio.com. The rebellious voice of Texas liberty.
Texas Talk is all the rage. Apostle Claver T. Kamau-Imani on RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
There is absolutely no better way to end a work week than have a conversation with the TMB, the TNT, the hot ticket. Tina Moody Bryan, Raging Elephants Radio contributor for pop culture. The following segment is rated PG. Hey, Tina.
Hey, Claver. How are you doing this wonderful, beautiful Friday?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed and highly favored, and it's always a good day when I have a chance to interact with the hot ticket.
You're so sweet, Claver. Claver,
I played your video earlier. I just wanted to let you know, because I want me a butcher shop hamburger, and every time I know that you come on, it's right after the lunch rush on a Friday at the butcher shop, and my mouth starts watering thinking about a butcher shop hamburger.
I know, Claver. You've got to get up here. I mean, I pulled up, and there were 8 buses that were at the butcher shop, and I was saying, "Thank you, Jesus. Just come on and get your burgers." I was excited.
All those high school kids, yeah.
That's right. And Claver,
yeah.
I have the liberal women are upset with me. My goodness, they are just upset. They're so nasty, Claver. They're just nasty females.
They're still upset with you, Tina? I mean, that's kind of like that's like the sun rising in the east, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I've been getting messages, through Facebook, and what kind of a woman am I really? And one young male, he's a male snowflake. He called me a biased, rambling Southerner. How about that one?
You are biased. and you are a Southerner. No, you're not a Southerner. You're a Texan.
I'm a Texan.
Big difference. That is a big difference. So his assessment, as usual, is inaccurate.
Of course, and I don't ramble. I was very direct in what I had to say. So, I told him to borrow his girlfriend's pink vagina hat and grab a sign and go find a bogus protest somewhere, because I knew there's bound to be one going on.
Are you back in Facebook jail, Tina, for that? Are you back in Facebook jail for that? Because that is totally uncalled for. That is utterly uncivilized. Are you back in Facebook jail? Surely that violates Facebook's community policies, Tina.
Well, they haven't put me there yet. I've had several friends that have posted and said, Tina, you're going to jail. You might as well just get ready for it. I've been waiting, and we'll see what happens. But, truth is truth, Claver. And regardless of what these little snowflakes think, we are trying to save a country for them to enjoy. They're just too ignorant to realize what we're doing.
I'm glad I'm going to be dead. I'm glad I'm going to be dead when they take over. Lord have mercy.
Oh, my. Exactly. Oh, good grief, Claver. They're crazy. They've lost all sensibility. And I'm telling you, it's exhausting.
So you want to talk about the declaration of the human anatomy today, Tina?
Yeah.
Where do you find this stuff, Tina? I mean, if people didn't know you, they would think you were like utterly one sick puppy. But there is a reason why you are the RER pop culture editor, because you find this crazy stuff. Where do you find this stuff, Tina? I mean, what do you do? I mean, you run a business. I mean, you're a busy wife. You got like about 20 dogs. I mean, how do you have the time to find this mess?
I know, Claver. Well, I make time for RER, and I make time, Claver. It's very important to find, because the liberal women are always, they want to be taken seriously, and they're tired of being, taken advantage of, for their sexuality and because they're females, and they're so tired of that. But they're the ones that are always doing this crazy kind of stuff, like this story that I'm fixing to tell you. So the craze has been this past summer. I believe it started in Spain and then made its way over to the warmer climates, like California and Florida. But these liberal women that don't want any attention drawn to their physical bodies are now putting glitter and stones, jewel stones, all over their rear ends. And they're going to parties, and they're going to concerts and music events and festivals.
Wait.
Wearing it.
Hold up, Tina. Wait. Tina. Okay. So, all right. So I'm thinking that they're wearing some sort of legging, and the leggings are sequined. The leggings have glitter. The leggings have, whatever the shiny stuff is. It's, it's all blinged out or whatever. Are you telling me this is directly onto the skin, therefore there is no undergarment on?
Oh, yes, Claver. There's several of the women that there's no clothing, there's no leggings, nothing. It's going directly on.
They don't have like a G-string or anything or nothing?
Oh, no, Claver. Now, thank goodness, I've not seen the frontal view. I've just seen the back view.
Lord,
there have been a few that have had on shorts or some bikini bottoms, but there's several that have nothing on but the glitter.
You can't walk out of the house. You literally can't walk out of the house these days. You just never know what you're going to see. You literally can't walk out of the house. You could be just innocently driving on your way to work, and you look over, and there's some woman who has no clothes on from the waist down except sequins. I mean, that's just weird.
It's strange. And so I was talking to the ladies at the beauty shop today, the salon, and my little girl, Stacy, who is marvelous, she keeps the hot ticket looking hot, okay? She's fabulous at what she does. And so I showed her these pictures, and now she is a little entrepreneur. I mean, she's just wonderful. Young wife and mother, and just on the ball. And we were laughing, and I said, Stacy, how are you going to sit down? I mean, my goodness, but her little mind's working. She says, well, it might be I'll talk to some of these girls coming in here and see she takes business, right? Maybe, hey, slap some glitter on it and call it a day. That'll be $75. I told her, you go, girl. You find a way to, if they come in there and want some glitter, slap it on
Lord
there.
have mercy. And call it a day. And call it a day.
Yeah. Call it a day, Clay. Call it a day. These women are crazy. I mean, seriously. I don't think Tim would go for the deal. He would ask me. He would say, "Have you lost your mind, Tina? Have you lost your mind?"
Yeah, if you did something like that, you would have lost your mind. He would have a good reason to ask the question.
Exactly. So the hot ticket draws the line at glittery butt. Okay.
So listen,
I'm keeping.
Tina, so just real quickly, you had another great video on. I played it earlier. You do your little Facebook editorial video things, and you always get great response. On this one that you did about Kavanaugh and the leftist women not be able to get a date or a husband, I mean, how's the response been? Did you get jailed for in Facebook? Did you get put in Facebook jail for that one too, Tina?
Not yet, Claver. I have a feeling that's coming because I was pretty direct and and I did hit a couple of maybe a little lower on the I put some low blows there. But you know what? It's truth, and if they can't handle it, they can just move on is all I have to say, because I was just speaking my mind and speaking truth, what we all know, what we all feel, and so I really don't care. But if the hot ticket gets locked up, will you send me a file or something, or maybe a bologna sandwich? I don't know.
We're not gonna let you get locked up, Tina. That's okay, But Kavanaugh, I think Kavanaugh, whenever he goes in there in front of that committee hearing, all the men that's on his team have no business showing up. They should give up their seats to all those women that have signed the letter of support, and I'm sure they've got more. Because Angela was talking about there's now this, this video out with all these women that are supporting him, and 100 women ought to be in there. I want to see the eye daggers going towards Kamala Harris and Mazie Hirono and Dianne Feinstein and the rest of them. I want to see those women in the Senate Judiciary Committee. I want to see them try to get brutal and try to ruin this man with 100 women, different ages, different races, that say different types of relationships, even women that he formerly dated sitting in that audience behind him, saying, just try it. You're going to try to ruin this guy, just try it. We're looking at you. We're watching it. That would be an intimidating optics, I think, Tina. What do you think?
Oh, 100%. And that's the thing. The left side, these senators that get up there, Claver, and they say, we believe her. I mean, they haven't even heard her testimony, but they're saying, we believe her. She needs to be heard.
Has she seen the letter? Have they even seen the letter? Because nobody has seen the letter. We don't even know what's in the letter, Tina. Has anybody seen it? It's on somebody's website. We know Frankenfeinstein has seen the letter. We know there was a U.S. representative in the House out of the San Fran Freak Show area that has seen the letter. Has other members of the committee seen it? Because somebody on that side definitely leaked it. Has anybody? Oh yeah. Grassley had to send a letter to Frankenfeinstein, who's the ranking member. Hey, can we at least see the letter?
Yeah. And here's the deal, Claver. I've talked to mothers. I've talked to my sister about this. How scary is it to think, when you have sons this day and age, how scary that a woman from 37 freaking years ago can come up and make a claim like this and have sitting U.S. female senators getting up on national television and saying they believe her story and have not even seen the letter or heard one bit of testimony.
They call the man a rapist. They call the man a rapist.
Yeah.
Haven't even seen the letter, hasn't heard anything. They literally call the man a rapist.
It's unsettling. Yeah, it's crazy. It's totally insane.
Get up
and to be taken
on an
serious.
accusation that cannot be proven, I mean, cannot be proven at all.
No.
And this woman absolutely has control of the United States Senate. The workings of the U.S. Senate has stalled because of an unprovable accusation nearly 40 years ago. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Yeah, and then has the balls to sit there and say, and we demand, I'll testify, but I demand it to be this. I get to testify first or last.
Oh,
and
Tina, you know me. I'd be saying your mama and keep on walking. My day's too busy.
Oh,
my schedule.
That's exactly
I got
right.
a heavy schedule. I don't have time for that. Your mama, and I'll keep on walking.
Yeah. That's exactly right. That's what I told my husband. I said, you know what? I tell them to pound sand and pound it hard. This is ridiculous. It's totally, I really can't believe it, but it's happening before our eyes. This is how unhinged they've become, you know, and it's ridiculous and it's sad. I really honestly do feel bad for the young men that are growing up in this garbage, that are too afraid to say anything, and to think that you could actually you could lose your whole career.
Grown men.
You could lose your career.
I mean, it's going back. This guy was like 17 years old or something. I don't even know. I mean, grown men can be totally destroyed on an accusation. Yeah. No jurisprudence, no criminal complaint,
nothing.
No right to cross-examine your accuser. I mean, think about it, Tina. I used this as an example in yesterday's program. This is going to be standard operating procedure for the Democrats. I really do. Think about the case studies, what they attempted to do with Clarence Thomas, what they did with Herman Cain. I mean, once he was leading the GOP nomination for president, I mean, women came out of the woodworks like Ghost in a Stephen King movie, okay? His hand went down the dress. His hand went up there, his dress. As soon as he drops out, you don't hear anything else anymore. Roy Moore. They accused this guy, Judge Roy Moore in Alabama, accused this guy of pedophilia. They said that this guy was such a sexual predator, they had to ban him from a mall. As soon as he loses and the Democrat wins, there has been no criminal complaint filed. There is no investigation, no grand jury investigation. Has anybody gone to an Alabama DA or the Alabama Attorney General and said, this guy needs to be investigated for pedophilia or being a sexual predator? No. He loses. It's over with. Gone. Goodbye.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Claver, they're like the drive-by shootings. You know, they drive by, they unload their guns, and they drive right off. And they don't even care about the carnage that they're leaving behind. And all of this is based on nothing more than from a female 37 years ago saying that this happened. And it's very unsettling. It's very scary. And this stuff needs to stop. And I want more Republican men standing up. I mean, I get it with the Democrat men because they're totally gone anyway. But where are all the Republican male voices?
Because they're too scared. They're too scared that if they get up and say anything, it's going to alienate the suburban, white, college-educated voter. That's why. They can't tick off the suburban soccer moms. They can't do that. These soccer moms will not allow you to say anything negative about a woman at any time. Yet, I need to find this video clip. Last night, I don't know if you saw it because it was on CNN, but they did a focus group. It was about 6 women, and they went down to Florida. And it was a woman reporter, don't know her name, don't really care. And it was 6 Republican women, black women, 2 Hispanic women, 2 white women, 100% behind Kavanaugh, talking about this woman, she's not real, they shouldn't take this for real, what does she think, who does she think she is, blah, blah, blah. Republican women, they're like, oh no, we're behind Judge Kavanaugh, we know what women can do, this is ridiculous. And CNN is sitting there, you know, with their hair on fire, but I gotta give them credit. They didn't cut it.
Sure.
They played it.
That's really, I'll look at the clip because I would love to see that, but that's exactly right. But again, Claver, there's a lot of us women out there that know this deal. We know the story that's going on here, and we're incensed by it because a lot of these women have sons, you know, of their own, and they're going, what if this happened to my son that's gone through medical school, that's playing baseball at, you know, college, you know, what would happen if a female come up and said something about them? It could destroy their whole life, their whole career, everything they've worked their butts off for because of an accusation. Are you kidding me? It's insane, and this has to stop. Those Republican men better stand up and realize that we're trying to fight for them as well. We're trying to fight to keep.
Appreciate it, Tina. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, Tina. Really do.
It's true. I mean, my God, Claver. So, but I'm telling you, show up for the midterms, everybody. Get out, vote, stand your ground. Do not be afraid. It's time, and even if you are, do it afraid, but do the right thing. For crying out loud, we have a country.
Wouldn't it be awesome if the Republicans won the women's vote? Wouldn't that be awesome? Woo! That would shut them up so fast, Tina.
I'm telling you, Claver. All their glitter would fall off at one time.
All of their glittered derrieres, Tina. Glittered derriere. No, we can't be like that, Tina. We cannot act like it's only leftist, feminist women, Tina. I bet there's a few Tea Party chicks out there with their derrieres all blinged up and everything. I bet there's a couple of them out there. We could find them. We could look for them. You wouldn't be out there, would you, Tina? You wouldn't do it though, would you?
Please, Claver, you know me better than that. The hot ticket is keeping her derriere the way that it's meant to be, covered.
I don't know. You may have to talk to your girl Barbara. I don't know, man. I
Oh, I'll talk to Barbara. Yeah, I'll talk to her. You got
Thanks,
it,
Tina.
Claver.
Have a great weekend. Have a good time watching football this weekend.
You know I will. Love you, Claver, and goodbye.
Goodbye. There is no better way to end a week than with the hot ticket, Tina Moody Bryant out of Longview, Texas. She's a cut-up. She's crazy. I love her very much. Timbo, much love for you, brother. You got to put up with it. Have a great weekend, Saints and Patriots. I'm Apostle Claver T. Kamau-Imani, the Christian politician, your ultra-conservative soul brother. My enemies under the pink dome call me the purifier, and I like it. From H-Town, Houston, Texas. May the Lord Jesus bless you. May the Lord Jesus bless the future independent, sovereign Republic of Texas. The only way out is out.